another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly forecast. My name is Terence Scardino. The week begins on Monday, June the 1st. And this is the beginning of the eclipse season, because on Friday, the 5th, is going to be the first of 3 eclipses. On Friday, it is a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. 2 weeks later, it's a new moon solar eclipse. 2 weeks after that, on July the 4th, is a full moon lunar eclipse. It's not rare, but it's not very common to have 2 lunar eclipses surrounding a solar eclipse. It certainly means that over this next month, or certainly June through July, a lot of changes is going to be happening in the world, but more so where there's a lot of light, a lot of things come to light, a lot of revelations, or a lot of things that have been hidden are going to be surfacing. Now, let's just start with Monday, June the 1st. The moon, which sets the public tone, is going to be in Libra. Libra is sociable, charming, wants to be in relationship, and the Venus in the first part of the day, Pacific time, is going to be in harmony with sociable, pleasure-seeking Venus. Venus is also the planet associated with Libra. So the day begins, the week begins feeling much more contented, sociable. Tuesday, now the moon moves into intense Scorpio, all or nothing Scorpio, at 9:06 a.m. Pacific time. And also Venus, pleasure-seeking, relational Venus, which is retrograde, causing us to test relationships or feel disconnected from relationships until June the 25th. The Venus in retrograde on Tuesday is going to be in conflict with impulsive Mars. This could be a day of arguing or tension in personal relationships. Sometimes it could be arguing over money. And when the moon goes into intense Scorpio, it's going to be in a hard angle to restricted Saturn and later in the day with rebellious Uranus. So there's a lot of unstable energy on Tuesday that could be really testing all kinds of close relationships, which would include financial, business relationships. On Wednesday, the moon continues in this passionate Scorpio, but now Venus, that was in conflict with restless, impatient, irritable Mars on Tuesday. Now on Wednesday, the retrograde Venus is aligning with the Sun. So this is actually a good day for forgiveness. So whatever erupted on Tuesday, and maybe it was good to clear the air, to bring resentments out into the open. So by Wednesday, a day of reconnecting, for forgiveness, for reconciling. On Thursday, now the moon is moving into more adventurous, expansive Sagittarius, a strong desire for travel for those next 2.5 days, starting at 10:18 a.m. Pacific time. No other planetary events are happening on Thursday, and then we get to Friday with the full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. This is full moons always brings a lot of matters to a head, a time of culmination. But when it's a lunar full moon, it's like a full moon on steroids. And one of the rules of thumb in astrology is you don't want to make any life-changing decisions the week before or the week after an eclipse, which is basically going to take us from the beginning of this week to the middle of July. Just kind of be adaptable, go with the flow. A lot of things will be revealed that could change your course with information that you didn't have previously was aware of. And also on Friday, that Mercury is that planet of ideas and communications. And it's going to be very favorable for Uranus. This is great for learning new technologies, new software, maybe getting more involved with virtual communications, online marketing, launching your own website. It certainly opens up a lot of new exciting learning opportunities. And the Sagittarius full moon, that will be strong for at least the next couple of weeks until the next new moon solar eclipse. Sagittarius is about traveling or traveling of the mind. So there could be a lot of this with Mercury, this impulse to want to learn a new subject, sign up for school classes, or take a trip, make travel plans. That full moon lunar eclipse is also going to be in a hard angle to Mars. Mars is this warrior planet in mythology, but the full moon is in conflict with the Mars. A lot of impulsiveness, jumping the gun, and could create and trigger a lot of ego disputes. So you just need to do a lot of breathing and calm it down, and keep remembering you don't want to make any major decisions that can affect your personal or professional life during these eclipses. Saturday, the Sun is going to, in Gemini, is going to cross over, will be in hard angle or square, a conflict to Mars. So this, what was going on Friday with the lunar eclipse triggering the Mars, it continues strong into Saturday, bringing, now it's just energy. So there could either you're just feeling really irritable and anxious and restless and argumentative, or you can channel the energy and make it work for you. So get the irritability out of the body. Great for exercising, doing home repairs, working in your yard if you are fortunate to have a backyard. But we all have a place to live, and that you can channel that Mars energy with repairs or cleaning out closets, cleaning out garages, painting walls, etc. And on Saturday, the moon will have left expansive Sagittarius and move more into more grounding, conservative, pragmatic Capricorn at 12:45 p.m. Pacific time through those next 2.5 days. Moon in Capricorn is going to help that Sun in Mars, because Capricorn is very controlled, pragmatic, and being able to take charge of all this energy to become more productive with it. And then lastly, on Sunday, the moon still be in Capricorn. It's the first part of the day, it's going to be in confrontation to Mercury. So there might be some tensions from assumptions in communications. But then right after that, it's in harmony with Mars. And still with that eclipse energy with the Mars, we can get back to our work, accomplishing our goals, and just, again, feeling a lot more productive. Great for starting an exercise program. So I want to, before I sign off, I want to remind you I'm available for the one question offer. You can find a direct link to order it in the description box below the video. Time of birth is very important if you have it, even if it's an approximation. And so I want to thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week with my next segment. Until then, have a great week.